think, is going to say a few words. Only probably isn't as happy as I am.
That would be a difficult task to follow there. Could I have Mike Beeman from the town board and Bob Flanagan join me up here? Just to kind of give you an overview of where we started, the Yorktown Sports Complex probably started 10 years ago in envisioning the idea that we had among the town board and the citizens of Yorktown. And it really is a unique opportunity to bring a public, private, and nonprofit partnership together, bringing Munciana Volleyball and the YMCA to this facility along with the Yorktown and the Yorktown School Corporation is really unique. And then with the rest of the sportsplex, we're also adding Delaware Soccer and JAA Baseball. And each of those leagues have over 500 children that participate on a yearly basis. And so as we partner as a community, we're trying to leverage those limited tax dollars and provide the most we can for our citizens. We've really, at times, somebody asked, why are you having Munciana out in Yorktown? And what we've tried to do is really create an opportunity for not only the citizens of Yorktown, but the citizens of Delaware County. We don't compete with Muncie for things. We compete with the Pendletons, the Fishers, the Carmels, and the Noblesville. And if we don't have the same type of quality infrastructure and quality amenities as those communities, citizens leave our county and locate elsewhere. And so we not only work to help our citizens that are here, we want to recruit citizens to live in Delaware County. This board, along with the other board members, have been very focused on developing the infrastructure of Yorktown, whether it's the downtown revitalization, or whether it's the Morrows Meadow Park, or whether it's aggressive annexation programs. We've been able to maintain the low tax base in Delaware County and allow our citizens to have improved amenities. And we're able to weather this economic storm that's going on and still have a positive balance in the Yorktown checkbook, so to speak. We were able to get a AA- rating on our bonds, which is significant for our community and significant for any community in Indiana. And we'll let Mike get his phone here. He's got another mission. But one thing that the Yorktown Board has always been concerned about as we build and invest in our community is not to affect the property tax basis in our community. And this facility, along with the rest of the amenities at this park, have had no impact on the property taxes of our community. They've been funded through creative financing methods and or private individuals or private entities. And that's led us to continue to have a low tax base. And so on behalf of the town board, which is really made up of our president, Larry Crouch, who took over on Monday, Vice President Rick Glob, who couldn't be here, Bob Flanagan, and Mike Beeman, and former board members, Karen Pilkington, if you'll raise your hand, was involved in the beginning, and Carl Pettigrew. Our clerk treasurer, Beth Neff, is in the back. Several of our park board members that are here tonight or former park board members. In addition, government works in some odd ways, and it's taken me about 10 years to figure out exactly how it works, and I'm still not sure. But we did work with the Yorktown Redevelopment Committee, and the Yorktown Redevelopment Committee was able to raise about $1.5 million through a bond issue that was not tied to property taxes. But those members are Bob Beavers, and I think Bob is here as the president of the board. If you'll stand up, Bob, and Terry Murphy, if he's here. Susan Clevenger, I know, is here somewhere. If she'll stand up, Susan's on that board. Kim LaFont is here. She just went on the board. Pat Lavelle, representing the school corporation, is over here. And those people meet on a regular basis also to help find funding for this facility. And we were very fortunate, again, also to work with the Delaware County Commissioners. Former commissioners John Brooks and Tom Bennington, and then current commissioners Larry Bledsoe, Don Dunick, and Todd Donati. And Todd, I think you're here somewhere. Todd, in the back over here have been helpful by providing economic development money to purchase the ground where this park sits on. And part of this park sits on ground that is owned by the town of Yorktown, and part of it on the south is leased from the school corporation for $1 a year. So again, a nice public-private partnership that goes together. And to talk about the school corporation, I didn't see Zach Roselle here, the superintendent, but he and Greg Miller have been instrumental in helping with this facility and the overall programming that has taken place. Again, Mark Thurston and Drew Thurston from TK, I want to thank you. And U.S. Architects has done an outstanding job. RMA Miller and Associates, Tim Miller, did the civil engineering, is somewhere in the back over here. And David Dale, represented by Andrew Dale, has done an outstanding job in helping to put this together. And it really was a team effort. And somebody said a while back that my good friend Tim Kuzma the only reason you're doing this is because of Tim. And I said, you know, I didn't know Tim until the day that King Lumpkin said, you know, there's a group that's looking to put a volleyball facility in, and I think it would make a great addition to your park. And so King called me and asked me to come have coffee with Tim, and that was really the first time I got to know Tim and Mike and Wes, and I've really enjoyed working with all of you, and just the character and strength of the individuals involved with Munciana is impressive. The same goes for Kathy at the Y, and Jimmy and her staff have just been outstanding. And just to kind of sum up, Kathy asked me at one point, why do this? And I guess from the town board's perspective, and we really look at this as a group, we know that we're changing people's lives. And it's whether it's the young children that come into the Y after school, or the young mother that's bringing in their children during the day and putting them in daycare while they work out, or the senior citizen that's recouping after a health issue that's coming in and walking or using the facilities, that we're changing people's lives on a daily basis, and it's going to have meaning for our community on a short-term basis, and it's going to have meaning for our community on a long-term basis, helping with economic development as we bring in hundreds of families from outside the community that will be using not only facilities in Yorktown, but throughout Muncie. Whether those 300 hotel rooms that are in Muncie, that food and beverage tax money will go back into our community and stay in our community. And just if a small portion of those 500 or 1,000 people that come in for a tournament, whether it be Munciana or volleyball or the baseball or the soccer, stay in the community, our downtown merchants and merchants will benefit also. We still have a long way to go, and we're on the right track. And I encourage each one of you that live in the community, whether it's Yorktown, Muncie, or Delaware County in general, to become involved, because when people become involved, great things can happen. And we're on our way, and we still have a ways to go, but I welcome Munciana and the Y to Yorktown, and we look forward to many good years of cooperation and changing people's lives. And I think we're going to have a quick ribbon cutting ceremony. If the Y would come up, and the Munciana. Oh, Tim wants to say one more. I try. He's selling something, I know.
No. Steve, you're the best, man. You couldn't have done this without you. Let's, man. Thank you. Thank you. And also Don Wielden, a great friend of Munciana, and we could not have done this without Don's support. So, Don, thank you.
We're gonna have Charlie, our first member, and Don be our ceremonial ribbon cutters here.